Hello, and welcome to Cosmicsubway's Mad Scientist Dating Sim demo. Cosmicsubway is a friend of mine on Twitter. Description of it here, demo for a game that I made as a school project, hoping to expand upon it with more content in the future. This is only a demo to gauge interest in the project. Things such as character sprites, UI, dialogue, etc. are subject to change. He's making a mad scientist dating sim. This is like an early alpha demo that he made at school, and I'm excited to show it, and I want to try and give us a good review and support my buddy, and let's go. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit nervous. I've got a few other games that different friends of mine have made, and I'm really hoping to work up the courage to make review videos like this too, because I really want to support my friends, but it just gets me extra nervous because obviously, like, it's a game my friend made. I get nervous making let's plays for regular games, but making a let's play for a friend game, like, I want to give like the best bazillion compliments ever in the world. Like, if like my joke game isn't on point, then it's going to be extra bad here. I want to really sell this game to you guys and get you interested in checking it out. I'll put the link in the description for the itchio page for this. Check it out too, seriously, yeah! Friends! In this demo, you have a choice to romance three delightfully charming evil women of science. What more could you possibly want? Ginny, a mad chemist. Roberta, a mad roboticist. And Addie, a scientist of no specific... Oh, I like how she's got included... Oh, what was the name of the first one? The first scientist, she just pouring chemicals onto the first one. I love her design. That's so... I love the design with the hair. It's like poison effect. Where it's got like it's like the shading is all dots and everything. That is so cool. I love it. I love the effect like she's just got like a really long fringe. She's pinned it up back on top of her head like a little top knot. That's adorable. I love this design so much. That's so cool. She gives me big vibes of Karen from Pokemon. I hope I'm giving good commentary. I love your sense of design, your sense of colours, Cosmicsubway, seriously. Oh my god. Oh, she's really cool too. I like the pose. I like the colour scheme here. So it kind of reminds me of this one character in one Mega Man game. I've never played any Mega Man games, but I remember seeing one of my friends was talking about it in like an art book or something. This colour scheme here really gives me the same vibes. It's a very underutilized colour scheme of like that kind of like pale turquoise with brown skin, and then with like highlights of like a bold burgundy pinkish red like that. It works really, really good and awesome. Also, she just looks super friendly and nice. It's so hilarious she's waving with like a robot hand. That's so cute. I think she's my favourite design so far. I love the huge poofy afro. I love how well it's drawn to. It's got a real sense of floof and everything. I never experienced it. It's really tricky to draw an afro and make it look good, because you always see like cartoon afros and not drawn very accurately, don't really look like real afros and stuff. It's just like, oh, we just drew a circle here, and it's like, no, you gotta have the floof and everything too, and this is a really well rendered bit of floof. It's hard to learn how to draw like the good floof when there's not much references. Like if you go out and try and get like how to draw cartoon afros and just like draw a circle, it's like, no, the floof is importante. I like it. I like that she's got like, I'm not really sure about the personalities. My first one personality is like grumpy with a heart of gold. Second one personality is like super cheerful and empty-headed ditziness, like Dr. Snap vibes. And this one here, we've got the vibes of like super mischievous character. I'm excited to get to know all of them. Please enjoy. I will. Also, I'm not quite sure what age everyone is. Oh. Hey, you're a new guy, yeah? I love this sprite. They look so cool showing the designs from them earlier, but now this sprite is like it's all in full detail. It's so good. I love the sketchy outlines. I love the effect of the glasses are like that. It's like a big bold line, but they're a bold line with like shading in between them. I love your art style. How you managed to mix like really simplified, cartoony, like squiggly, awesome designs, but they're like really, really, really complex shading and everything. It's so cool. It's so unique and blends it well together. I love Addie's shirt, that weird little like eggy toast mascot thing. I love that. If you have a concept art like what that t-shirt design looks like in total, I would love to see a little mascot. But yeah, honestly, I'm not quite sure what age all these characters are actually, because that's one thing, is I'm not very good at telling the age of cartoon characters. My neighbour, I couldn't even tell he was an elderly man for like the first time I met him, and the second time I met him I was like, oh my god, because he's very tall and I was seeing his face at a different angle, so I didn't notice he had wrinkles. I mean, I'm very unobservant. It's called prosopagnosia. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but it's like face blindness is the common thing for it. I'm not very good at telling faces apart, so sometimes I have trouble with that. I noticed that because everyone was talking on Twitter about Ingo from Pokemon. It was revealed that he's got a balding hairline, and then people were like, "Well, how couldn't you tell? Like, of course he's a grandpa. How couldn't you tell he's a grandpa? Of course he's going to be bald." And I'm like, I genuinely could not tell until he took his hat off and showed he was bald. And I was like, whoa! To me, I couldn't tell his face looked different than how it was in the previous design because I'm just no good. I was just like, the only difference is that he had a beard. I couldn't tell he was more wrinkly than he was before. I'm so dumb. But anyway, I'm not sure if these characters are supposed to be like elderly mad scientist grandparent types, or they're meant to be like younger mad scientist types, and I'm not sure. So, but anyway, I'm going to be like headcanoning that my main character, I'm going to be playing as if my main character is Dr. Snap because of course he's my favourite mad scientist, and yeah. If these characters end up they're not actually elderly, I'm just going to be headcanon who's going to be like young Dr. Snap is playing this game. Okay. Addy is my favourite design so far. I love this design. I really love it specifically in Cosmicsubway's art style. Whenever he draws characters have like a really long head, like stretched out eyes, like it looks so adorable. It's like the peak of cartoony. And I think Addy's design looks really good. It works really well, having like the long and thin head and having such a big, huge, wide hair. And again, the floof. Like the floof here is even cooler than it was in the previous one. Look at how detailed that shading is on the floof. Like, oh my god. What would be a good voice for Mysterious character? Like, hey, you're a new guy, yeah? Cool, my name's Addison, but you can just call me Addy. I'm gonna be your tour guide for today, okay? Say, what field of mad science do you specialize in? Mad chemistry, mad robotics, and... Oh, so... Not really a criticism, but just like a suggestion. That's something I notice is in games, they tend to be like, you have options that are like obviously for every character. Like here we have the free mad scientist disciplines that these characters are. For me, I'm role-playing as Dr. Snap, I'd probably pick like mad biologist or like mad supernatural investigator or something, which isn't an option. And I just noticed that seems to be common in visual novels is whenever it's like we have just a couple of options, it's always only the ones that like obviously would fit with every character. So sometimes it can help like add a few extra ones because like relatively unlikely that every person playing the game is all gonna have the opinion of like coinciding with one of the three love interests. Also, I just want to have a mad biologist. I just want to have that because monsters are the best part of mad scientists. That's like my favourite thing is mad scientists to make ones, and I'm not so keen on mad scientists who just do like real regular science. It's like if you be in mad science, you may as well go completely crazy with it. Mad chemistry is probably the closest, I guess, to what Dr. Snap is doing. Because I guess chemistry is like adjacent to biology, if you put it that way. Also, one thing I've noticed is, I'm not sure if that's a glitch or that's intentional, but usually in most visual novels, whenever you got the choices come up, you don't have the character in the background behind them. So Addy like usually would have vanished along the text box because usually players that aren't supposed to notice that the sprite cuts off at the end of the body there, because we've had the text box disappear but not the sprite, so now they can see when the sprite is. Like, I'm babbling on. I hope this isn't coming off as me being like criticism or anything. I'm just like I'm trying to give commentary on things, and that's what makes me so anxious about doing a review video on a friend's game, is that if a friend comes on and like asks you, hey, can you like give me a critique on this? I'm like, how do I give a critique that is not rude in any way? How do I make it clear that I'm giving them a critique because they asked me for a critique rather than because I actually think these things are bad? Because these are things I wouldn't have noticed as bad if I was just playing this game as normal, but I'm trying to be like razor focus and notice everything because I'm really trying to help. So yeah, I'll go mad chemistry. Oh, chemistry. No, it's not like that. I don't have a bias or anything like that. It's just the head of a chemistry department here kinda hates me, since you're probably gonna want to talk to her. Wanna go bother her with me? I love you, Addy. Addy's definitely my fave so far. I love his chaotic energy. Also, I love all their poses so far, seriously. I like whenever characters in a visual novel have like really unique poses for expressing like expressions, because it's so common. Like here we have like just 5 pictures. We have like smile, frown, blush, and whatever. But here we have Addy has like so many different poses with like moving her hands around and like different unusual expressions that are like very sassy ways of expressing emotion. I really like it. When we get to show more of it in the emotion portraits, I'll point out what I mean. Before you could say anything, Addy was already on her way over to the chemistry department. You decide to follow her. Ginny! Oh, she's adorable! She's extra adorable in this sprite form. Oh my god, she's so tiny. She is. She definitely reminds me of Karen from Pokemon. Oh my god, I just noticed her earrings are like the little chemistry beakers. That is amazing. Are they like real beakers, or are they just like shaped like it? Because that would be like the most power move you could ever possibly do as a chemist, is to go around with like, hi, I've got nitroglycerin on my ears, but I'm so good at chemistry that I can walk everywhere without setting it off. That would be so cool. Also, I only just noticed that her lipstick is green. And that's just you are so on point with like the character designs and the color schemes here. Like, oh my god, like these like unusual and common color schemes that are like really bold, and you can tell there's been a lot of thought put into like finding colors that like go really well and like distinctly set every character apart from each other and like represent what they are and everything. I love it. I love it. And seriously, like, you don't common enough see lilac and dark green, but like, wow, they go well together, and I never would have thought that if I hadn't have seen this game. You've blown my mind with the possibility of what character design can even be. Like, oh my god. And I love how the characters have like really textured hair too. Another thing that's really good about your art style, which mixes like really simple and really complex, is I love how complex the character's hair is. Like, you have this simple stylized faces, and you have like such complicated detailed hair, and it's amazing. I just want to go floof everyone's hair. And here you've got two characters on screen who are like the opposite dimensions of floof. We have like pointy straight hair floof, and we have like curly floof, and it's just no wonder they're rivals. That's why they're rivals. New headcanon. Addie turned up on her first day of the job, and it was just like, you see Ginny glaring at her across from the room like, there can be only one floof. Casualties in the war of floof. Oh, it was terrible. That's why she started carrying nitroglycerin for protection. Or maybe it's like a last ditch attack. It's like, if you try and shave my floofy hair, I will set off my earrings and then blast my own hair off to protect. That's the opposite of protecting. But you know what I mean? It's like, if I can't have the floof, no one can. I'll become bald through nitroglycerin earrings before I let you pass me up in terms of hair. I'm getting very hyped right now. I've only got like 3 sentences into the game. Oh my god, I love this. Like, I can't believe I didn't mention that in the introduction, but mad scientists are like literally my favourite character archetype of all time. Like, all my favourites are mad scientists, and I love it. So I'm so excited to play this. Oh my gosh. Back on topic, I really like the creative angle for the background here, and I love the design for the background too. Like, everything in the background being lineless, and then the characters being like very heavily lined with very detailed lines makes them stand out so well, and I love it. I've only just noticed that the text boxes are slightly different colours depending on each character, their colour code. That's amazing. So Ginny is the green colour, and then I think Addison was the pink colour. It's so cool. I love it. I love how they're all coloured off like a secondary colour in the characters' image. The main colour on here, the one that really stands out to you, is the lilac hair, but then the rest of her colour scheme is like dark green, so that's the colour that was picked for the text box. It's like the colour that takes up the most of her design rather than the one that's like the primary thing that jumps out of you. But then I think the one that does jump out of you of Addison is also the most of her design is the pink hair, because like, oh my god, it's just amazing. But anyway, Addison. Hey, Ginny! How goes it? You're mixing the chemicals, making toxic sludge. So that's what I like about this picture. She's like a sassy, like, yeah. So her basic sprite is a smile, and then you just have like everything else is also a smile, but like varying degrees of like sassy and mischievous smiles. I love it. Ah, Addison, I see you've brought a friend with you. Here, more of an acquaintance. They're actually here because they're lynched in our evil chemistry department. Woo! Oh, is that so? Well now, isn't that something? Glad to get acquainted with someone else in the field. Do you have something you'd like to ask me personally about, then? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. But yeah. But no. But yeah. But no. Are your earrings nitroglycerin? Tell me about the earrings! Me? Well, I mainly specialise in poisons, but I have dabbled in the occasional transmogrification potion in collaboration with the genetics department. So there is a genetics department somewhere! Maybe that's where Dr. Snap is coming from. He's a new genetics department recruit. But like, yes, I picked the correct one to get transfiguration potions. My Dr. Snap energy in my brain has been teaching me the right choices of knowledge and do. but not how to speak very coherently. You're a real pro with the transformation stuff, you know, Jin. I never would have guessed that Crocodile roaming the building was Mildred from Evil Neurology. I love his idea, man. It's like a whole place with, like, mad scientists of every possible science. I wonder if it's like a mad psychologist that they go to after they're all traumatized from Addy's pranks. Thank you, Addison. That aside, I'd say I have quite a portfolio. I don't mean to brag, but I've been working with some well-known mad chemists for quite some time now. I like how much the characters like stand apart from each other already, with just like the visuals of how animated their different emotions are. Like we have Addy, who's like every single pose is some variant of a big bombastic smile. And we have Ginny, who's like her emotions are like so subtle. Like you have the pose which is grumpy, you have the pose which is slightly smiling, and that seems to be all I've seen so far. And it just shows so much about her personality. Like, Ginny is like a very reserved character who's like she wishes she could like connect to her friend. Like she's not exactly grumpy, she's not rude or anything, she's just like a very reserved person who's like I guess wary of people is what I'm getting. To be honest, Addy, you've given her a few reasons there if you're always going around pranking like we saw in the intro. But yeah. We never did change Mildred back, did we? Poor girl! Must be a real pain in the ass dissecting human brains without opposable thumbs. As I was saying, I've worked with many highly influential mad chemists, including... She took it like a champ, though. Mildred, I mean. Yep, even since the accident, she's been coming to work steady. She actually commissioned a crocodile translator for me so she wouldn't get behind on her work. Crazy, right? I want to meet Mildred. She sounds fucking awesome. Addison, that's enough. It was funny enough to break her into a new pose. Oh my god, no. Oop. Don't you have something more constructive you could be doing with yourself? I'm trying to talk to someone. Where did that voice come from? I'm bungling everything in this Let's Play. I'm so sorry. I probably do have somewhere better to be. See you two later. Gonna put Jello mix in the fountain at the mall again. Ta-ta! Truly the best science! Yeah, she's definitely giving me Dr. Snap vibes. I'm more mischievous, like, intentionally, like, doing crazy stuff, Dr. Snap, but definitely silliness, No, I think she probably gives me more of a vibe of Dr. Madaman from Yokai Watch. I hope it's not offensive of me to, like, compare these characters to, like, other favourite characters from other games I'm doing. I'm not saying that, like, these characters seem derivative or anything. I'm saying that, like, these characters... I already love them already as much as I love all those characters that I've loved for years from different games, and like I'm trying to find one to relate them to, because I think it would be so cool to like play the roots of these games and like roleplay as if I am those characters, and that would be so cool. I could draw crossover fan art of the characters matched up with like the ones that are closest to their personalities with, and it would be so neat. I want to draw fan art already. You want to draw fan art of a chaotic Jello mad scientist? Oh, where would you pose? Oh, tiny frown. The tiniest of frowns. I want to hug Jenny. She's having one hell of a time. Sigh. I'm sorry you had to see that. I know she means well, but she can be so... Oh, you know, loud. Yeah, like, introvert feelings. Like, I know I'm a silly person, but I'm not an extroverted person myself. I don't know how to deal with... people who are very, you know, as she puts it. We haven't got much of anything done today now, have we? I'm sorry, really. I know you came here for information. It really is nice to get to know someone else in the field. Say I'm not doing much of anything tomorrow. Perhaps you'd like to talk about the chemistry department. Yeah! We succeeded at date! Like, immediately! We are the most eligible mad scientist, bachelor, bachelorette, bachelorettes in the entire world. Excellent, it's a date. See you tomorrow then. Yeah! The demo is now over. If you like, you can play again from the start. Yeah, I want to try every character. You can definitely tell this is a demo because it's like it is literally just like select which character you'd like and then have like just one choice of personality afterwards. I didn't realise how short the demo would be, but it makes a lot of sense. Like for a demo that's so short, there is so much like production value already going into this. Like you can see that this particular background for the introduction is a clip art background because obviously it's a photo. But like the other background was all hand drawn and everything else. Like you've had so many different emotion portraits portraits for the characters. Again, so much goddamn detail going into the shading of their hair, like, holy shit. Cosmicsubway, you've done so much good work in this, making this demo, and oh my god, I want to go see all the other characters. I do find it a little bit strange, like, by default, you meet Addy first, and then, like, you have the routes. You get to choose Addy route, Ginny route, and Roberta route, but in all those routes, you also get to see Addy. So, I don't know, is Addy meant to be, like, the main, like, you know, in some visual novels you have, like, this is the best friend character who helps introduce you to the rest of the world and stuff like that? Is that going to be sort of like a vibe, like, could you have, like, a platonic relationship with Addy as a friend, like, but then date the other characters? Because I just like them all. I want to get, like, an ending where I platonic friend everybody, but then again, I always want to get platonic endings in everything, because that's just how I am, but, like, yeah. Yeah! Cool, my name's Addison, but you can just call me Addy. I will! I'm going to be a tour guide for today, okay? Say, which route you want to pick? I'm gonna go matter of order, so I want to meet all the characters before I see, like, the full Addy route, because, like, I see that right from the beginning, I was like, I want to pick Addy, now I really want to pick Addy, but I want to see what Roberta is like, because I was still on the fence, like, which one of these is the most logical sense-making character for this hypothetical younger version of Dr. Snap to date. Oh, cool, you mad robotics guys are all super chill. Hey, you want to meet our lead roboticist? She's super nice. Yeah, I think she's in now, let's go. You arrive at the robotics lab. Oh, she's so cool! Oh my god! So she's like the light blue colours. Yay! She's so tall! I like how the characters have like a really big variance in height and stuff. It helps, like, I've said, like, these designs are so good at how they're all, like, immediately distinct from each other, but they all have that vibe of, like, obviously a mad scientist. And I just love it. It shows how much variety there is in the concept, and how, like, I'm gonna get up on my soapbox for a second and say, like, there should be more mad scientist characters in games and have, like, more variety of them. Don't just go and settle on the default design of, like, the grandpa looks exactly like Einstein but evil. Like, there's so many of those. Like, not to knock them, I mean, there's still plenty of mad scientist characters I like who do have, like, generic designs, but, like, whenever I see that, I'm like, I want to go and redesign them myself, because, oh my gosh. It's like, how am I supposed to tell all my favourite characters apart if they all look exactly the same? So I love this. I love the variety and the coolness, and she's neat, and she's awesome, and they're all awesome and neat. And I like that particular shade of light blue. That's just the colour I want for my hair in real life. Yeah! Addy, so good to see you. I don't know what voice that was. I suddenly turned into it like a jock voice because she's, like, slightly muscular. I don't know if that would work. I guess we'll see. Wait and see more of a personality to determine a voice. Oh, there's a new thing. Oh my gosh! So that's when her eyes went up. In every previous thing we've seen of her, her eyes have always been all squint. That's adorable. I love that. That's, like, such a good classic design of, like, having the character with glasses who's got tiny, adorable, precious little eyes underneath it. And I love that. I love that design so much. She's cool and buff, and then she has, like, the most cutest eyes of everyone ever. Like we've got, like, the super chilled out, like, floofy hair kid son. We've got, like, the little grumpy gremlin, and then we've got, like, that's why she's giving me jock energy. She's giving me energy of, like, the character who's, like, the cool jock. Like, you know, like, in games, like, we'll have a subversion of, like, the usual stereotype of the jock character being the bully and stuff, and here they have, like, the really cool and supportive jock character who, like, gives everyone big old hugs with their muscles. Like Matt from Pokemon Aurus. Like, he was one of my favourite characters in that generation, seriously. I love the vibes of just, like, big old buff man is, like, so full of love and adoration for everyone. Love it. But yeah, that's the vibes. That's why we're going on the vibes. Why do I keep comparing characters to all my favourite characters? Oh yeah, because these characters are now my new favourite characters. Like, holy shit. Like, this is like a 5-minute demo and I'm already like, I want to play, like, I want to hyper-focus on these characters. I want to tell everyone about them. Oh, there's a new face. Might I assume you're a new intern? Yeah, they're interested in the evil robotics. I'm making their voices too similar. Yeah, they're interested in the evil robotics department. Oh, wonderful! We're always looking for a few extra hands around here. That's why I built them! Ba-dum-bum. Also, like, Dr. Snap just, like, leans in like, oh, I'm hands! Is there anything in particular you'd like to know? I'm kind of giving it a Dr. Snap voice, like, like, cuteness vibes radiating. Like, obviously she's clearly incredibly distinct from Dr. Snap, because, like, Dr. Snap is, like, a super nerdy, like, bookish character who like just studies old magic and stuff, and like this is like a massive jock robot woman, and I love her and adore her. I'm just imagining giving a Dr. Slap like a big old hug and like crushing his spine like a little tiny pretzel, and he's like, yay! and then they become like best friends, and they go out and have a nice picnic somewhere, and it's like all his pet monsters and all their pet little robot guys, and they have a lovely picnic and they have a nice bonding experience. And anyway, is there anything in particular you'd like to know about? Tell me about the hands. Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked. Right now, Addie and I have actually been working together on a project involving androids. Yeah, I'm testing out this learning AI I developed with cute robot girls programmed to coax people into giving their credit card information. That's truly the evilest thing a mad scientist has ever done. I'm proud of you, Addie. If all goes according to plan, we'll scientifically be able to develop the fastest and most efficient way to scam someone. Oh, Addison, you're such a card. We have fun here. Can I see one of them, maybe? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm wondering if that would be taken as like, oh, I want to see the cute anime girls. You're not cute anime girls. These are the cutest anime girls we've ever had in any game. I want to replace every game of generic anime girl, like, love interest with just more mad scientist. Yes, that's so cool! Oh, thank you. Addie's really the one doing all the work. No! Don't downplay your contributions. You are a cinnamon roll, and we all want to hug the hell out of you. And you will crush our spines like grapes. You're built for hugs and power, and you're also super smart and making cool inventions, and like... Round of goddamn applause for Roberta, seriously, like, oh my god. I'm just making the body. That's like the main part, like, you have a robot and you have the robot AI. They are both equally valuable parts for making it. Like, you've got to have, like if you could create, like, a software without a hardware, then it's not going to be going anywhere, is it? And if you create a hardware without a software, it's not going to be going anywhere, is it? You two are both valuable contributors to the team. And also, I support your lovely friend. I like the idea that we have all these, like that's something you also don't see very often in dating sims. Like, it's sometimes you just have it, like, every character is just, like, a separate option, and they don't even exist unless you talk to the one that you want to rate. Like, this when you have a sense of, like, the relationship the characters have with each other. Like, Addie and Roberta are friends, but, like, Addie is, like, being a bad influence on Roberta, who is, like, a pure absolute amazingness. And then Ginny and Addie are rival. I wonder what relationship Roberta and Ginny have. Who knows? I want to find out, but I want to learn more about the shooters. I want to meet all these other mad scientists kind of been talking off. I was like Mildred the crocodile scientist, and then the mad genetics department. What do you mean all the work? Building robots is hard, man. Why do you Thank you, Addie says literally exactly what I was saying. And also, like, nice debut of, like, an exclusive expression for scene. I don't think I've seen her have, like, that actually grumpy expression in, like, any other scenes. Like, when she was, like, being all argumentative with Ginny, she was, like, having the time of her life the entire time. It really says so much through the character expressions, like, seriously. Like, the only thing that can genuinely make Addie pissed off is if her friends don't value their own skills and amazingness, and they just want to pick everyone up and slam them together into hugs. You make the best functioning and sexiest looking robots in the whole facility, man. Is it bad that I'm shipping Addie and Roberta more than I'm shipping, like, Protagonist and Roberta? Honestly, that's one thing about it so far, is, like, a side effect of how good it is that the characters all have established relationships with each other and all that. It seems like the Protagonist doesn't really have, like, much of a presence at all in this story. It's not necessarily working too good as a dating sim in that sense, but see, this is just a demo. I'm not too fond of dating sims where it's just like the protagonist has no personality whatsoever and doesn't really say much. That's currently, so far, the only complaint I have about this is that I have no idea who my protagonist is or any sense of them, and there's not really been any romance whatsoever between the protagonist and the characters. It's just been like, hey, we're going to get to know the characters and they're awesome, which is making me go, the characters are awesome, but it's not making me go, I want to see a dating route with them, because if I saw a dating route with them, it would just be like them being awesome and the protagonist not being awesome, and then like the protagonist doesn't really deserve them, if that makes any sense. Like, so I think maybe like having a defined protagonist character who has, like, not necessarily a design, because, like, That's a common thing in dating sims, like you have a character who has no design, so like you can headcanon whatever design they want for them, or like headcanon it to be literally you. But like having a character with like more defined personality, or like or just having the idea I said, well, like literally like get Addie and you ship her with anyone you want, because like Addie seems to be the more the focused character like now. Like if Addie was the protagonist even, then I would be like cheering for her to be shipped with all these other characters. But yeah, like something like that, and I just feel like you need to make something like super awesome to be deserving of dating all these characters, because I'm so hyped for them already. Like they are all my best friends. Also just throwing it out there. If you were considering having a platonic friendship route in the game, then like I would be all over that. But it's not in any way a requirement, because like it'd be totally rude of me to like go into my friend's game dome and say, hey, change it, put things that you don't want to put in it. That would be a bit stupid. But anyway, I would play like an infinite amount of routes for this game. Like if you have like a million different ideas for different characters and different routes and different variations of routes and everything, just like go the heck ahead and I will play all of them, and I'll just like just become a gigantic thumbs up. That is how I become Dr. Snapped, is because how amazing this game is. But just me giving thumbs up at the camera was not enough. I had to make an even larger thumb out of my own skull meat. Oh, thank you, Addison. But really, you're the one doing all the work. Programming is such a hard thing to do on its own, but programming an AI is another thing in and of itself. Oh, come on, Rob, you ain't giving yourself enough credit. All passes pointed into the report. Come on. I don't know what voice I'm going about. Addie is like such chaotic gremlin energy that she's transmogrifying my vocal cords every time I try and read out her lines. You reassure Roberta, reminding her it takes a lot of work to be able to properly make a robot that people can find attractive. The most important part of making I love it. Oh wow, I guess you're right. That is a pretty significant effort. I'm mispronouncing every word, I'm so sorry. At least this review will have enough hype in it. Not necessarily enough coherently pronounced words, but surely the hype. You have to take into account what certain people like and make a design that's appealing while still managing to be unique. Are you just describing the process of designing these characters? Because, like, seriously. Thank you both for that. I really appreciate it. That's an important thing about dating sims. It's like the reason why dating sims as a genre like often made fun of is like the lowest common denominator dating sims which become the most popular among like the casual like not really dating sim playing people are the ones which have like the most generic designs ever. It's just like, hey, date like 5 people who all look identical except hair color, and like really lowest common denominator, like super skimpy outfits for the girls and whatever, and like super big sex. You rarely see a game which has super skimpy outfits for the men, even ones where like it's supposed to be dating men and all. It's just there's so much like sexism baked into like, again, the lowest common denominator. Like not the majority of dating sims, but like the majority of ones that like become popular, and it's just like somebody to support good indie projects like this where you date crazy mad scientists who make giant robots that are sexy. Maybe that's a secret plan. Maybe all those other bad dating sims are actually the secret plan of a dating app robot. That's where they all came from. I'm onto your schemes, Addie and Roberta. I now understand. Hey, no problem. Well, I'd love to talk more, but I think I really ought to get back to work. It was nice meeting you, though. Yeah, we should probably get back to the tour, though. Too. See ya, Rob. Goodbye for now. I look forward to working with you in the future. Yeah, so I didn't get her saying I wanted to go on a date, so I guess maybe I picked the wrong responses in there, or maybe it's just the characters have variations for like Ginny, like despite her being grumpy on the outside, she's like very soft on the inside, like more prone to like say, oh, I want to go out with a date on like the first meeting of someone, whereas Roberta's like super kind and loving and everything, but maybe a little bit oblivious to love, because like it seemed like it was going way over her head that Addie was saying like, yeah, you make super sexy things, you're awesome, yeah. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try every possible option. Addy root. Let's date the gremlin. None in particular. Oh, cool, me too. Hey, I know I'm like supposed to be giving you a tour right now, but do you want to see my lab? With a look like that on their face, you just can't say no. Is this For a second I thought those yellow things were canoes on a big old line, and I thought this was like a boating supply warehouse. So it's more like a carpentry lab, I guess. I guess it makes sense for a place that's like every sort of science whatsoever. It would have like just loads of power tools that you could use universally for different things. That's cool. I find it interesting how only one of the places so far has had a uniquely drawn background. So I guess that maybe that's one of the things that's currently in progress in the demo. You arrive at Addy's laboratory. Addy's laboratory. Adoratory. Laddie's adoratory. And here it is. Welcome to my lab. You like what you see? I know it ain't much, but you don't need fancy lab equipment to do great work. Yeah, the great thing about not being in any specific department is that you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. It's great. Like, look at that belt sander in the background. I can just go to town with that. What sort of things do you do, boy? You decide on I want to go through all these and see the options of every options and what sort of things do you do? Yeah, I kind of just do whatever. I spend a lot of time. Oh, you're not upset by doing that. I spend a lot of time helping out other scientists in other departments, actually. Currently, me and Roberta from Mad Robotics are working on some androids. Fun stuff. I get to go off on my own stuff too. Lately, I've been into rays. Got a real nifty one that switches between a heat laser and a throttless. Addy, you're a mad scientist after my own heart. Like, seriously, just do chaotic hyperfocus is like the best discipline of science. Comes in real handy both for self-defense and in the kitchen. Oh, Addy is the best. Like I was knowing, like, first impression, Addy is the best. Like that's my favourite type of mad scientist, and it's like comedy mad scientist. Just love it. I miss having a kitchen. Did you blow it up, Addy? Yeah, kind of a long story. To cut to the chase, I basically mistook some chemicals I brought home from the lab for vanilla extract, and well, the results were highly flammable. You know how you do when you know you're making a cake, and then you're also making like a deadly poison, and the things get a little mixed up. It's a shame, really. I'm not much of a cook myself and don't really mind takeout, but I had this really nice blender in the kitchen that totally got us. There's so much focus. Like, she focuses on like the one kitchen appliance you can use to destroy things. I never used it, and frankly to this day don't know how, but I'm told it was state-of-the-art, professional standard. I know one science thing more than Addy. Oh my gosh. Gasp. It's a bonding moment. I can teach her how to use ridiculously nonsense blenders. Like unless it's one of those like super technological ones, like what's it called, the Juicero juicer, where it has to be like an internet connected juicer. I'll never understand that. Also, it costs like $4,000. It probably is the Juicero juicer. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Addy. But yeah, not having a kitchen sucks, dude. Feeling sympathy from her, you ask if Addy would like to come over and use your kitchen. Aha! Pulling the moves on you. I can show you my blender. It was £20 in Tesco. It can do basically nothing, but you know, it doesn't explode most of the time. Wait, for real? Honest of the true? Sounds kick-ass, dude. We can make an evening out of it. Maybe make dinner, do some experiments later. Yeah, don't do them both at the same time. We don't want to have a repeat performance. Cool, let's do that. Yeah, see you tomorrow, dude. Yeah, I want to try the option. I did an option. So shouldn't there's no save and load function, so I can't just like save and check all the different functions for all the different talkings? Yeah. What made you decide to take the path of carpentry warehouse science? Well, mad scientist. Wait, where did your sprite go? I think I glitched out by clicking through too fast. Mad sciencing kind of runs in my family. My dad's one of the top-ranking mad theoretical physicists in the country. I love this world building that like literally every form of science can be a mad scientist, no matter what it is. Is it going to be like a mad linguist? It's like, maybe that's the person who invented Yoldov. I have to like, write on the screen like that. That's like one of the words I can't pronounce in the entire universe. I can never really decide any specific discipline to focus on, so I thought, why pick? The world cannot limit your power, Addy! Besides, it's so much cooler and more convenient to just have your own lab to be doing whatever it is. I love how chilled out Addy is, seriously. She's like Chaos Gremlin, he's like half Chaos Gremlin, half like Surfer Bro who was always there and got your back. Like, she would like peel me an orange and toss it at me and be like, yeah, bro, hydrate yourself, get your vitamin C on. But also, it might possibly be a bomb. Kinda lonely not having anyone around to talk to, though. It's funny, you know. I mean, yeah, I have my own lab to myself and all, but... Hey, I don't want to bother you or anything, but since we share a region of interest, maybe we could do experiments together sometime. Gets down on one knee, like opens up a little box and it's just like got exploding orange inside it. I thought you'd never ask. Yes? Wait, really? Oh, cool! Let's meet your place tomorrow then. How many choices do we have there? Because one of them we got a date from juicing, one of them we got a date from talking about how lonely it is to be in a bout sound workshop, and then multiple different ways to get our date. I want to see every possible. Do you still have that? Is this newfangled galaxy brain hitting on? Like, do you still have the freezing and cooling ray? Do you want to go with me and cause chaos in the middle of a mall? We will make every bit of juice slightly lukewarm. Oh yeah, of course, got it right here actually. Here, you want to hold it? Before waiting for you to finish, Addison places a gun in your hand. Pretty nifty, yeah? Here, let me find something you can test it out on. She pulls out a generic box and places it on the floor in front of you. Just Amazon branded box. Okay, now just aim at the box and pull the trigger. Alright, make sure it's set to freeze, by the way. I don't want us to get in trouble. Set the ray to freeze and pull the trigger. We have now created an ice box. The very literal definition of the word. The box lights on fire, probably explodes. Oh, we saw that coming, didn't we? I'm sorry about that. That's my trick box that lights on fire and explodes when it gets frozen. Addy, you are the best. I'm really sorry about that. Really sorry. The fire alarm and sprinklers go off. We should probably leave. Okay, that's all I'll add on. Let's see all the other options for everybody else. I'm gonna go Roberta next. Robert options! Robert options! Tell me about the past. Tell me about the future. Tell me about. Okay, let's see, I got more work on that because I think there were two choices in this one, right? Could I see the sex bots? That's the option that I will never pick ever in my entire life. If you see me and I ever say that in real life, you'll know I've been replaced with an alien. What a splendid idea. That is, if you're okay with it, Annie. Oh, absolutely. Let me get... Why did they go to two voices? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And let me get it set up. That's adorable. You even get an option for it. Ah, that's so cute. I love this design. I love your child. So, what do you think? Her body isn't quite finished yet, and Addie still has a few bugs in the program to iron out, but I'm pretty proud of what we got here so far. What do you think, Addie? Yeah, real beauty she is. Wait to see what happens when we switch her on. She explodes. Oh, that's so cute! What a friend! Not necessarily very good as a sex bot though, because like this just gives me like adopted daughter energy. I want to give her a hug. I want to go take her out to the park, like buy balloons and then have an ice cream and like seriously adorable. Oh my gosh! Hi! Oh, so cute! Are you a scientist? Do you work here? Wow, that's so cool! Haha. Addie, are you sure she's okay for testing in this phase? Yeah. Yeah, probably. Doesn't see why she wouldn't be. Science is so cool. I love chemistry and meteorology especially. We have so much in common. We've only known each other for 2 minutes and we're already besties. Oh my god. I love you, CSR01. You are awesome. We should totally go have lunch together and talk about science. Addie? Shh, I want to see where this goes. Platonically, like, I would like to go to lunch platonically. Oh my god, how cool, we're gonna have lunch together! Oh my god, they actually did it. Annie, Rob, I know what you're about to say, but hear me out. This could be the perfect opportunity to test out my program. It's almost finished anyhow. This could be a great way to see if everything works as it should. Well, if you're both up to it, I guess I just can't say no. Lunch is epic! Very cool! I like to eat food! How fun you take. I didn't want to date her, I want to be her platonic friend. Like, seriously, she's like 5. I can't believe I like that route had entirely new content with an entirely new character. I just find like, I want to be platonic friends of like the tiny computer child. Oh my gosh, hi! It's only been 2 minutes since we stopped talking, and I miss you so much! Other option, what to do? You don't want to have lunch? I'm so sorry, CSR01. I am so sorry, oh my god, I'm the worst person in the world. That face, no, so cute. Ah, no, I'm sorry! I hate you, I think you're a loser. No, why don't you want to go out with me? Because I'm the sexiest robot in the tri-state area. I want to be platonic friend. I'm gonna put expired brochures in your mailbox. No! I'm gonna turn her off now. I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset the robo child. But, like, she's so adorable. She talks like a 12-year-old. Like, no. I want to adopt you and take you off to get a good education. In this field, though, I guess we ought to be expecting the unexpected. I appreciate you showing interest in our work, too. I look forward to working with you in the future. See all the roots. Tell me about the history of mystery. Oh, I made all kinds of things. Death rays, drones, android servants, you name it. I even designed the iconic robotic appendages of the great Steel Arms McMike. Steel Arms McMike, I love. Oh, the ones from the laser blasters? Those are the ones. Dude, sick. Actually, if you don't mind, can I ask for a bit of guidance? Laser being a bit of special interest. Yay! She said special interest! Autistic head cannons confirmed! Relatability, seriously, like, oh my god. Like, I'm like the mad scientist of mad scientists. Like, me, I'm like omnidisciplinary in the case, like, I have my lab and it's just full of, like, every mad scientist from every game all smooshed together. Like, not literally smooshed together, because, like, actually, if I could fuse them all together into, like, one gigantic monster, then I probably would. But anyway, I have experience with that kind of thing, so maybe you can help me out with a couple of things. Oh, of course, I would love to. Oh, but don't you have a tour to take care of? You'd better get back to that first, right? Oh, right, I'm doing that. You don't mind postponing the tour, right? You like lasers? Hell yeah, lasers! Hell yeah! Well, if it's alright with you then, sure. I'll talk about lasers. So, Andy, what was it? What was it exactly you want to talk about? I'm too hyperactive for this shit. Lasers? I thought we already discussed this. Well, is there a specific laser you wanted to discuss, or... that's what you're asking me. In that case, no. Wait, you still got the death ray in here? Can I look at it? That'd be cool as hell. No, unfortunately, that's for certified individuals only, I'm afraid. Oh, nuts! What kind of death ray prank was Addy thinking of? It's like, here's a death ray and here's a life ray, and I was going to go like, life, death. Well, in that case, maybe we should get back to the tour. See you, Rob. See you, Addy. See Addy. Roberta has the most options so far. I will see all the interactions of the cute and precious friends. I've only just noticed that they have different text booping sounds for each character. That is so cool. Yeah. Maybe I should base that on the voice I give him, but how can you really make a voice out of... Dude, sick! Final option, let's go to the tour! Oh man, I hate having responsibilities. Oh, cheer up, Addy. If it means that much to you, I can set up a time for you to take a look at our death ray tomorrow. Oh, yay! Yay! We helped Addy achieve her death ray ambitions. Really? You do have a little old me? Oh, bat's eyes preciously just... I think like that meme of like a distracted boyfriend looking at the other girl, but it's like Addy and like distracted from like sexy Roberta and like even sexier Death Ray. Why, of course. How would you like to see it too, since you're here and all? Yeah, that'd be fun. Alright then, I guess I'll see you as two of you tomorrow. Yay! See ya! We booked a death ray date! Yay! Let's go forth into the grumpy lab, the grab, the smab! Let's see all the grump roots. What am I working on? Funny you should ask. As of late I've mainly been testing out a new formula I've developed. Haven't been quite getting the reaction I've been hoping for, however. Applause! Yeah! Hey, I just had a thought. Maybe you should do a demonstration. Maybe having another chemist's opinion will make the problem easy to solve. Addison, well, I appreciate the sentiment. I think the chemicals we're dealing with are too hazardous for such a thing. Oh, come on, Jin. We have hazmat suits for a reason, you know. Well, of course, but with all due respect, I'm not sure it's really a good thing to do with someone so new to our facility. As well as someone with a history for not taking the correct precautions in my lab, anyhow. I'm just not quite sure. See, I want to do the option that will make Ginny like me, but also I want to see the crazy chemicals. Oh, really? You don't need to. You're just so new here, and... Jeez, Jin, you're being more avoidant than usual. What's up? You think they aren't qualified for the job or something? Of course not. That's not it at all. I just don't want to take time out of your day. Oh, Ginny, are you shy? I'm so sorry. You still have a tour to finish, right? I wouldn't want to take you away from that. If you put it that way, I guess we better get back to that. Wait! We might not have time now, per se, but if you really insist on helping, then perhaps tomorrow may be better? Oh yeah, sure, that sounds great. Alright then, I'll see you tomorrow. Yay! She's like the Sunday option! Yay! Maybe we shouldn't! I'll be the responsible person! Thank you for understanding. It's not anything that serious anyhow. I'm confident enough that I'll be able to figure it out sooner or later. Besides, it's not like I really have anything else to take care of right now. I have plenty of time to... Dear Lord, where is Addison? Where is she? Where did she go? When you two were talking, Addie and migrated over to miscellaneous because she's loose! She's loose! Addison? Oh my god, that face! It's like those content-aware scaling, like, scrungled memes. Addison, what are you doing? Addison, no, put down the chemicals! Put down the chemicals, Addison! No, it's not worth it! What? Oh, I just want to see if I can figure out what was going on myself. Addison, for the love of God, put down his beakers, for God's sake, you don't even know what's in them. I told you, man, I'm going to figure it out. You are not going to figure it out. If anything, you're going to drop on his beakers on the ground, get yourself killed. Come on, Gin, and I'm not just going to do that. And like, ending screen, Addison dropped a beaker on the ground and got himself killed. Immediately after saying this, Addie dropped one of the beakers, she was holding up. A cloud of smoke appears, and after a few minutes of screaming, Addie emerges as... Oh my god! Best ending, best ending! I don't, somehow it being just a realistic clip art of a squirrel, it makes it even funnier. Like, I hope it's like when you finish this, when it's like out of a demo, you keep that one asset as just a photo of a squirrel. Fuck, man, fuck. This sucks. It didn't even turn into a cool animal like a seagull or a water beetle. Water beetles are indeed cool. You should be thankful he didn't burn down the building, for crying out loud. Well, I'm sorry. Gosh, I think you'd have a little more sympathy for me being turned into a squirrel and all. I am going to sulk in the woods on my own. Maybe bite people too, because now I'm a squirrel. It's more socially accepted. Chaos. Good day to you. I am so offended that you won't let me bite people. Oh. I'm sorry about this, I really am. If you don't mind, could you please leave my lab now? I need to tidy up. You respect your wishes and leave. That was a good chaotic ending to end. I love it. I love how like just the smallest choices led to entirely different. When I first played this, I felt like, oh, there are not many routes or anything because like there was like only a few options, but like every option changes into entirely new scene. There was so many, there's so interactions. Like Ginny has like less interaction than the other characters, and you didn't really get to learn too much about her compared to the others. But like it made everybody have like the most comedically amazing moment at the end. Like. I like that. It seems like there's more focus on Addie here, and then Roberta, and then Ginny, and then like I'm not sure, but like, I like them all equally, and I want to learn more about them all equally. And I love it. And I'm so excited to see where this goes in the future. And just my overall rating is like science out of science. This is like the best chaotic science energy dating sim ever. I love this, and I'm gonna post this review on YouTube, and I'm gonna go scream at all my friends to play this because I adore it. And everyone go support Cosmic Subway and their amazing art style. I'm gonna be posting links in the description of their itchio page for this demo and their Twitter page where they post loads of art. And they also do low poly model commissions. I hope I gave at least some constructive words in that, but like, oh my gosh, like, just so many thumbs up, just thumbs up flying across the screen right now. Yes!